Many audiophiles spend years improving their equipment. Better DACs, better amplifiers, better cables, and yet the system still sounds slightly slow. Bass feels blurred, music loses a little of its precision. The surprising reason is often not the equipment at all, it is timing. Small setup mistakes can quietly destroy the timing relationships that make music sound natural. In this video we will look at 5 hidden hi-fi setup mistakes that can undermine timing, even in very expensive systems. Plus I will start to explain how you can make small changes to get the absolute best from your existing setup. Our ears locate sounds using extremely small timing differences between the left and right channels. These differences are often measured in fractions of a millisecond. When those timing relationships are correct, instruments appear clearly located within a stable soundstage. But when reflections, bass alignment, or room geometry disturb the signal, musical timing becomes less precise. Bass lines become harder to follow, and the soundstage loses some of its stability. In the previous video, we looked at one of the most important timing errors, speaker distance asymmetry. In effect, one channel arrives slightly earlier than the other. Even a small difference in distance between the two speakers and the listening position can shift arrival times and blur stereo imaging. If you would like to explore that topic in more detail, I explain it fully in the previous video. Even very small differences in distance can shift arrival time and blur stereo imaging. We will build on that idea in this video. When sound leaves the speaker, it travels directly to the listener. But some of the sound also reflects from the floor. This reflected sound arrives slightly later than the direct sound. When the two signals combine, they interfere with each other. This creates peaks and dips in the frequency response. The effect is called speaker boundary interference. It can blur transients and soften the clarity of the soundstage. A thick rug, a small change in speaker height, or a slight change in listening distance can often reduce the effect. Mistake 2. Subwoofer timing alignment. Subwoofers introduce another potential timing problem. Most hi-fi systems cross over between roughly 60 and 90 Hz. In this region, the subwoofer and main speakers must work together. If their signals arrive out of time with each other, bass becomes less precise. Instead of reinforcing each other, the signals partially cancel or overlap. This often produces bass that sounds slow or poorly defined. Correct integration may involve adjusting phase controls, crossover settings, or the position of the subwoofer. Mistake 3. Listening position in a bass null. Standing waves form naturally inside enclosed rooms. These waves create areas where bass energy is strong and other areas where it disappears. If the listening seat falls into one of these cancellation zones, bass response becomes uneven. In many rooms, moving the listening position, even 20 or 30 centimeters, can dramatically improve bass clarity. In the next video, I will share with you how you can spend half an hour and spend $25 to get substantially better soundstage. Mistake 4. Mechanical vibrations. Low frequencies can excite objects in the room, such as doors, shelves, or furniture. These vibrations can create rattles that are easily mistaken for acoustic bass problems, especially when a subwoofer is involved. Stabilizing objects or isolating equipment can often eliminate the noise and improve bass clarity. In a later video, I will show a simple, no-cost way to identify and eliminate these vibrations. Mistake 5. Overcorrecting with DSP. Digital signal processing can be extremely powerful, but large equalization adjustments sometimes treat the symptoms of a problem rather than the cause. Heavy correction can also soften transients and reduce timing precision. Small targeted adjustments are usually more effective than large corrections. The great news is this. When those relationships are correct, music becomes easier to follow. Bass lines become more articulate, and instruments occupy clearer positions within the soundstage. In the next videos, we will examine a real example from my own system where a room mode around 47 Hz was quietly undermining bass clarity and timing. Using measurements and careful listening, we will explore how this problem can be identified and corrected with a spend of only around £20. The next 3 videos will show simple and cost-effective solutions for all of these problems.